Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Facebookians. Welcome to another edition of Living Simply and Fun. Today we will be reviewing the Gurkha Titan. First, I want to say to Johnny Six, thank you so much for sending these wonderful 6x60 cigars.
And there you can see the stems and the seams. Seams are visible, somewhat chunky. Not exactly 100% smooth. That's cool. I don't know why it's that big of a deal to some people, but some people really hate seams and stems being visible. Me, I could care less as long as the cigar smokes good.
So, I wanted to say to you all, just a little update. Yes, I know you noticed that.
What? Oh.
Annie?
Always do.
Anyways, I wanted to say to you all, while I'm doing this, did we want to check out pricing too of these?
We haven't done that.
I will in a second, but
mostly what I'm picking up off this though is hay and oats.
Yes, I was picking up hay and oats too. I was just checking on things. So if any of you out there watching our video wants to talk,
you can't say yes, hay and oats when you haven't even sniffed it yet.
I did. While you were talking, I picked it up. So, what I wanted to say before we get into it is, I want to talk to, let you all know and ask you a question, which is, can you please let me know if you had problems with shipping from the U.S. Postal Service on cigar bid? Are things due in tomorrow, yet it's still saying in Philadelphia?
That is kind of odd. I'm not really worried about it, though. And you said you were going to look up the price, but you keep bouncing around every other website. Can't keep your mind on things. I want to light this up. Unprepared. So, the Gurkha Titan. Just bottom of the other side. Oh, it does go E at the top. Okay. Up there. There we go. Sorry we weren't ready. Yet again. Gurkha Titan. Oh, nice box. Never seen the box for it before. These are the 6x60s. They're going for 21 bucks a stick. However, you can get 10 cigars for 100 bucks. They are back ordered and mostly seem to be out of stock, other than 6.2 by 56, which is $30 a stick. That seems really expensive for a stick. I don't know if I'd pay that for anything, particularly Gurkha. But we've had other Gurkhas that go for this price range.
This is the 6x60, so there is one that's 6.2 by 56 that they raised the thing by $9 more.
Yeah.
You only get like 0.2 inches. What's the point? So.
And the Gordos aren't available anymore. So I guess these might be limited edition, I would assume.
Don't know.
It's hard to tell with Gurkha. They have so much that comes out.
This right now smells like a hay bomb. Let's get this toasted.
Hopefully this will be much better than the Amati that I had last night that didn't burn where crap. I knew I was sitting on them. Very, so far I want to say nutty.
floral slash nuts.
I'm not getting that. I'm just nutty. Is all I can say for the first two puffs.
I can say it tastes more like peanut butter.
I just say a room full of nuts, various types, shells, whatever. Nice smoke output. So far, doesn't seem too special. There's some minor spice in it too. Kind of picking that up at the back of the throat. Particularly near the salivary glands. A decent finish too.
It's very smooth. It's not harsh right now.
Yeah, like so many, when I was younger, I used to look at dark wrappers and say, that is a strong cigar. And for some reason, I was drawn to the dark wrappers because I wanted a strong cigar. But I'm finding anymore that dark wrappers aren't necessarily the strongest, and I found Maduros that are fairly light wrappers. So it's not everything I thought it was as a teenager. Well, not quite as teenager, but...
So this cigar has got a combination of 5-year-old Nicaraguan, Honduran, and Colombian fillers that is secured in a 5-year Nicaraguan binder. And then it's finished with a dark 1996 vintage Costa Rican wrapper, adding the perfect balance to this extra age Gurkha. That's what it says.
Well, that's... I would assume that this is probably a limited edition, and that's just because it's hard to keep track of Gurkha. They make so many dang cigars out there that it's like somebody that works there takes a dump and there's a new cigar, and that's, you know, always something new from them. Doesn't mean that any of their cigars are horrible, but they seem to be hit and miss. I know. Gurkha doesn't take a dump without a plan.
Amen. That's what I was going to say. Gurkha doesn't take a dump without a plan, son.
Maybe they spend too much on the toilet. Some people say that's where they do their best thinkings, in the bathroom. So maybe they're in there too much thinking too hard on making
You
new
need to
cigars.
know it's from the Hunt for Red October. But they didn't say Gurkha in it.
Kind of salty, too. I'm getting some slight salt. Anyways, we should get back to you in the middle third of this, and so you're not just watching us dead air time.
Welcome back to the first half of the Gurkha Titan cigar review. We're in the middle half.
Yep, and so far, these flavors have been pretty straightforward to me, mostly nutty, very mellow, which I can live with. I like mellow sometimes. And still got that spice in it too. So it's kind of nutty and spicy, but mellow.
I'm going to say it's pure nuts and smooth. I mean, this is a smooth cigar. I mean, in my opinion, it is a very nice, smooth cigar.
However,
I'm picking up a little light hint of creaminess. Go ahead.
As for construction, I've had a few little construction errors, mostly little hangnails here and there that just don't burn right, and it's kind of been uneven, and for the most part. It's evened out right now. However, Rita came into a problem, and it's probably user error, but maybe not. I think she was puffing too fast. And and she ended up with a cherry that long. That's why I think you were puffing too fast. The cherry should never end up getting that long. The only way it does is you're sucking on it faster than it can go out. So it doesn't produce ash, it stays hot. And it was run down almost an inch into the cigar. So she kind of lost like an inch of cigar there, but anyways, it was either construction of the cigar or it was user error.
Construction of the cigar.
And since it is Gurkha, they are at very times hit and miss. So, anyways, we'll get into the final third here, and we'll get back to you, and see you in a second. Hello, and welcome back to the final third of this Gurkha Titan. And Rita had some work to do, and she went looking around, so she let hers go out, I think. It's been a fairly pleasant cigar, nice long finish, fairly nutty, nice and smooth, not overpowering. I'm currently having a split issue right there, as you can see, but big deal. It's not going to affect anything this far into the cigar. It's been an hour and 40 minutes roughly to smoke so far. The only construction issue was Rita's, where it ran down the side, and she lost about an inch of cigar. But
also, mine started to peel up the wrapper.
There's just not. I just would say there's not $20 to $30 a cigar in the stick. I think Gurkha's way overpriced on this. Even the tobaccos they use are very standard and straightforward. It's not like they're using something extremely rare or hard to find. It might be aged, but they don't even tell you how long it's aged. It could be anywhere from 3 years.
They said it was aged 5 years.
5
and
years.
They used a wrapper that was from 1996 in this cigar.
Well, I can't tell. It doesn't make that big of an impact on me. In fact, this is a cigar I probably wouldn't buy again because it's just too plain, too humdrum. I mean, there are plenty other cigars out there that have the nuts flavor. This is smoother than a lot of them, but when it's one-dimensional, nutty, it just for $20, one-dimensional cigar, doesn't change flavors, very steady. And has some hit and miss construction issues. Don't get it. I'm not going to go and give a rating, but I am not pleased with this cigar exactly. It's smokable, though, and it's far better than the one I had last night. And it is a cigar, and if all you care about smoking a cigar, well, then this is great. And to me, I have enjoyed it. It's just, if I had paid money for this, I would be furious, and I'd write something to Gurkha about how they're overcharging people for junk. So, just my thought. Rita, your thoughts?
I have to agree with Aaron. The price point is not good, and because the price point is not good, I'm going to say this cigar, in my opinion, is not worth buying. And that's how I feel, because Gurkha's hit and miss, and this was a hit, a miss.
A miss.
Because A, my binder and wrapper started to crack and peel. 2 is it was funny burning. 3 is it's just, I don't know. It's just this cigar is not something
I'll tell you, this is a cigar that makes me think. This was a gift from Johnny Sticks, and you know, when you get a gift, you want to treat it nicely because you assume that the person who gave it to you enjoyed this enough that they wanted to share it with you. And therefore, when you have to bash it, it makes you feel like, well, I'm taking my friend's, maybe one of his favorite smokes, and saying it's garbage. And that says he likes garbage. But that's an assumption. Maybe it's not his favorite stick. Maybe it's something in his humidor that he happened to have that he got a bunch of and that didn't necessarily like and wasn't getting rid of them, so decided to give them away, which could very well be. but you feel almost like you've alienated somebody for it. But I got to stick with an honest review. The cigar sucked. It was not very pleasing. I looked at it and I was like, wow, this looks like a great cigar. And that's where looks can be deceiving. Just because it looks good doesn't mean that it is. And just because it was given to you doesn't mean it was a good cigar. I have to be honest, and I have to tell you, it is not worth the money. And it's a one-dimensional, non-changing, straightforward stick that's overpriced with no special tobaccos in it, other than a claim of a wrapper that's 16 years old.
1996.
Oh, 96. 20 years old.
With 5-year fillers. Anyways, my point is, the cigar smoked for a cigar. It was enjoyable, but it's not something I'd write home about. As I said, Gurkha's hit and miss. This was just a miss.
I enjoyed it because I love cigars.
Now,
so
if I had a
just
choice to
me
spend one stick of the Gurkha Titan or buy a bundle of Holt's bottom shelves, I'd get 20 cigars because it's more enjoyable to smoke those 20.
Well, we just found on Thompson Cigars a sampler of 10 cigars that we've been wanting to try for like a year and a half, and they're the same price range as one stick of this. In some ways, I'd rather have the 10 sticks over one stick of this, but thank goodness this was a gift and we didn't have to pay for it. It makes it a little easier to choke down the fact that it's not very good.
Usually, when it comes to Gurkhas, I try to avoid them. I did do with Aaron the Gurkha Grand Reserve because I heard good reviews on it. That was, pretty good. But this one, I mean, it's like I think it was the Ancient Warrior that just fell apart or something,
Yeah, we had problems with that, and the Warlord was extremely earthy, but at least for a one-dimensional, it's still, to this day, the only cigar I have tasted ever that tasted like that. It's kind of like comparing another one-dimensional that's very good is the Kentucky Fire-Cured Muat, which has this hickory smoke flavor that's just pours out of the smoke. It flavors your mouth, and there's no other cigar like it. And another one is the Alec Bradley Black Market that has a unique flavor that no other. The Black Market, not the Vandal. I know it's the Black Market Vandal, but the Black Market itself has a flavor I have not experienced in any other cigar.
I'd like to try the Black Market Filthy Hooligan Barber Pole.
But the three that I mentioned, they're all one-dimensional smokes. And at least they bring something unique to the table you have not tasted
before. And I just wanted to say also, one of Gurkhas that we reviewed in the past, I don't know which video it is, me and Aaron was very disappointed at the Gurkha Shaggy Foot.
Oh, that was horrible. That was vomit stick. This, I would say, is 1,000 times better, and if I had a choice between this and the Shaggy Foot, I would take this any day over the Shaggy. That was gross. Worst cigar I think I ever smoked flavor-wise. Not construction, but flavor. I literally wanted to vomit almost every puff I took. It was that horrible. I guess you could say it was a vomit-flavored cigar.
Yes.
So this is definitely better than a lot of cigars we have. Well, sort of better than some of the cigars we've tried. Many of the cigars that we've tried, we didn't review. Particularly when it came to the Po' Boy 1 and 2 samplers from CI. There was a lot of garbage in those. I don't trust many cheap cigars that are, what do you call it, exclusive to a company. But I do trust those that are exclusive to Famous, and I trust those exclusive to Holt's. I have not trusted anything exclusive to CI because I think it was the Don Smith was okay, but the Raji's Untimely Demise was junk. The Dark Shark was junk. I don't remember the other ones we tried. The Duque was okay. The Hesitant Pirate was kind of garbage. They were very cheaply made, and it was very able to be seen in the materials and how it was wrapped that it was garbage to begin with.
Even that one that I was really hyped about, that Anniversario. Remember the one we got from Cigar International that you can buy like 2 boxes?
Who's that cigars? One? CAO Legends, is it? I think that it's supposed to have a band that says Legends on it, different colors, and they're supposed to be...
That was Cigar.com, and they have different colors called Legends, and what they are
I don't know if I trust
different
those.
brands, like Rocky.
They're knockoffs. They're knockoff of, and I don't know if I trust that. At least the draw's been good on this. Anyways, that's all I have to say on this
video. Please add and subscribe. Please post comments, leave feedback, suggestion,
and enjoy every puff.